everybody. It's time for school. Time for school. Come on into class. Come on in. The school bell has rung. It's time for everyone to sit down and listen to me. I am your teacher for today. Hey, did you like your teachers in school? Well, I hope so. I hope that they were good teachers and that you learned from them. You know, our parents are also teachers. But sometimes, though, parents can get frustrated with their child students who might question everything at times. And when you question everything at times, you just might hear this phrase, "because I said so." Well, why do I need to do this, we ask. "Because I said so," could have been the answer. And we might say, "Well, why?" "Because I said so," is said again. And sometimes, if there's not really a good reason to share, the phrase will be said by the parents, "because I said so." Just listen to me, because I said so. Well, and the child may soon catch on that there may not be a good reason. It's just the parent showing authority. Or perhaps wanting to change the subject. So maybe some of you parents listening to this recognize that place where you have said with frustration, "It's because I said so." You know, we are all subject to authorities. That's right. Whether it's our parents or our teachers, maybe our church or our government, there are authority figures who make decisions. And sometimes these reasons for the decisions that affect us can be a bit hard to explain. And it may just be easier for the authority to say, "because I said so." So when you hear that phrase, that may be the reason, because there's not a good reason to share, or it may be a complex reason that it's just easier to say, "because I said so." You know, God is our ultimate authority. And when he speaks, it is so. For instance, some of the verses from the Bible reference that. In creation, in Genesis chapter 1, God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God said, "Let there be," and it came to pass. God said so. In nature, we see God speaking to us. Psalm 50 verse 1, "The mighty one, God, the Lord speaks. He calls out to the earth from the sunrise in the east to the sunset in the west. He says so." Psalm 107 verse 25, "He spoke and stirred up a storm. It lifted the waves high, because he said so." And in the Old Testament, throughout the story of the children of Israel, God's presence was often through the pillar of cloud or fire. He spoke to them. Psalm 99 verse 7, "He spoke to them from the pillar of cloud. They obeyed his laws and the orders he gave them, because he said so." Through Jesus, we hear God's word. Hebrews 1:2 says, "In these last days, God has spoken to us through his Son. He is the one whom God appointed to receive all things, and God also made everything through him." Jesus is in that place of authority. And Jesus himself said in John 10:27, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." The disciples, the apostles, learned to follow Jesus, and they learned to listen to his voice, to his reasoning, and sometimes they didn't totally understand everything Jesus was talking about. And maybe he even used the phrase, "because I said so," to them once in a while. So when I question God, I may not always understand the reasons for why things are the way they are. But I need to remember that God is God and I am not. And I need to remember to trust him, because he said so. So today, trust in God's ways. He said so, and they are good. I hope that you have a day filled with joy and a day filled with peace.